Hujambo and welcome. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you simple Swahili tenses, focusing especially on the present tense. Of course, this is going back to the basics because you know how you need to know how to speak in the present tense so that you can communicate your thoughts more efficiently. So today we're going to be doing both affirmative and the negative formats, and we'll also be working with both singular and plural forms. So if you have no idea how the Swahili verb works, I highly encourage you to try my free 5-day course, which teaches you the basics of the Swahili verb, how to put things together so you'll understand where the tenses go and so on and so forth. And to do that, simply scan the QR code on your screen and you'll be good to go. So without much further ado, let's start. So we use the present tense to show that events are happening in the present, and we use na as the tense indicator in the affirmative. So in the negative, if the verb ends with an a or an e, it's going to become e. That is the ending. And if it is you, it remains an u. All this will make sense very shortly. So the beginning of the verb will change according to the subject being talked about. And this is why I say if you don't know how the Swahili verb works, it's important to know that so that you can know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about the subject prefixes and such things. Okay? So in this instance, we're going to have a look at a few examples. I am cooking will become ninapika. And in the negative, sipiki, that is, I'm not cooking. So you'll notice the ni here represents I, and then our present tense is going to be na, and then our verb, pika. And when we're negating it, so we have si, and then piki. This is what I was talking about. If the ending is an a, in the negative is going to be an I, sipiki. Now, let's look at the second person. You are cooking, unapika. In the negative, how picky. He or she is not cooking. He or she is cooking becomes anapika. And then if they're not cooking, it's hapiki. We are cooking is tunapika. We are not cooking become hatupiki. So I don't know if you're seeing a pattern. Whenever you start working with the second and third persons, you're now starting with the ha. But when you're dealing with the first person, that is I, it's going to start C in the negative form. Now let's continue. Y'all are cooking, or you in plural is going to be napika, and then in the negative, hampiki. And then they are cooking is wanapika, and we are doing hawapiki for the negative form. So as you can see, it's pretty straightforward. The pattern is there. All you need to do now is simply replace this verb here with any verb that you're wanting to use. I like for you to know patterns so that you're not just randomly memorizing words, and then when you encounter the same word in a different setting, you don't know what's happening. So in this case, remember, you're working with Nina, Una, Ana, Tuna, Mna, Wana in the affirmative, and then simply change that verb to whatever it wants. You could be ninapika, ninasoma, unasoma, anasoma, tunasoma, mnasoma, and wanasoma. So the word for read is soma. As you can see, I simply changed those verbs around, and the pattern still remains the same. So what we're going to do now is do a brief drill so that you can practice a few words here and there and see if your brain is picking up these particular patterns. So remember to give yourself some time. If you need to pause the video for a little bit so that you can think through, that's okay. Or you can let it play through. And then if you don't know the word, that's okay, because that's how I'm also teaching you the vocabulary. Okay? I am studying. Ninajifunza. Ninajifunza. I am not studying Kiswahili. Sijifunzi Kiswahili. Sijifunzi Kiswahili. I am not cooking for you. Sikupiki chakula. Sikupiki chakula. So in English, it's redundant to say I'm not cooking food for you. So like here we said, I am not cooking for you. And here I said, I am not cooking food for you. In English, it's not necessary. In Swahili, it's okay to use the food because you can't cook anything else but in Swahili it's okay to say sikupiki or sikupiki chakula. So you might be wondering, where's the ku coming from? This is the object infix for you. Again, if that sounds like Greek for you, please check out the free 5-day course. It'll help you understand how object infixes work. You are running. Unakimbia. Unakimbia. You are not running the race. Haukimbii mbio. Haukimbii mbio. You are running fast. Unakimbia kasi. Unakimbia kasi. That should have been easy because you already know the verb. You are not walking fast. Hautembei kasi. Hautembei kasi. He is saying hello. Anasalimu. Anasalimu. He is not saying hello to you. Hakusalimu. So how did you do? I hope you found the patterns easy to replicate. And if you struggle a little bit, it's okay. Play the video as many times as you need. And also, if you find yourself struggling just because you don't know what those terms are, again, I highly recommend you try the 5-day course. It'll teach you the fundamentals of the Swahili verb, and that will help you take advantage of these videos even better. So in summary, we use the present tense to show events that are happening in the present. We use na as a tense indicator in the affirmative and in the negative. If the verb ending is an a or an e, it's going to remain an e, and then if it ends with an u, it's also going to stay an u. So the beginning of the verb will change according to the subject being talked about. So that's why we saw the different subject prefixes changing: ni, u, a, tu, and wa. So all those are subject prefixes in this singular form and in the plural form. I hope you found this lesson useful, and if you have any questions, simply post down below in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them. I will talk to you in the next one.